Anarchy! And welcome to Shable. I'm Jesus.
And this is Sean.
My name's Sean. Damn it, Jesus. What did I tell you about doing fat rails of coke before the show?
Did you just hear that fucking dog over there? How's it going, guys? I didn't do any cocaine. Maybe some crack.
Hey, you don't joke about crack. That's
Wait, how is crack more serious than cocaine?
You know what? Just
Isn't one just a horribly made cheaper version of the other?
yeah, it's exactly.
That's why it's called crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Crack cocaine.
Yeah. Anyways, this is part 2 of social manipulation.
It's manipulating me socially.
Alright, I think we fully covered the education system last time.
We covered a good chunk. I mean, we might eventually come back to it.
Do you want to continue? No. Not right now.
No.
Not right now. So, lead into our discussion today. What do you think about technology manipulating the masses? What is the new technologically advanced way for them to let you know that they're in control, but not let you know because it's in the secret?
It's definitely the Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams, and I don't know about Snapchat. Snapchat's more of a private matter. So I don't know about that manipulating your social environment other than you getting laid that night or just whatever you're eating on the table, I guess. But
I do a lot of food. I feel like I'm quite the chef sometimes. But anyways, explain how...
I mean, I did see you try to make an omelet.
Okay.
And it failed in the omelet and you were like, alright, scrambled eggs.
Did you not see it? Okay, anyways, off topic. How does Facebook socially manipulate you? Manipulate.
So, how does what, Facebook manipulate you? Alright,
Or manipulate the masses, you should say.
you want to go into the science behind it, or you just want to talk about the general how?
Let's have the broad spectrum. Let's start off with the science, then come on down on the how-to.
Alright, so Facebook recently did and released a study that they did, which is, it's just them saying, hey, what if we fuck with people's news feeds and only show them positive things? Let's see what happens. And then they did it. And then, sure enough, people started posting more positive things when their news feed showed positive things. And then they're like, all right, let's flip this to the other spectrum and only post negative things and see what comes out of that. So then they filled their news feeds with negative posts and comments and stuff like that, and then they started posting negatively. I mean, it's kind of a monkey see, monkey do. So it's like subconsciously we're falling into like just subtle things. Recently, I saw a lot of my newsfeed just filled with. My newsfeed is usually filled with like ISIS shit from the news.
What do you follow on Facebook, bro?
Do you really want to know what I follow?
No, okay. No, not really.
I mean, I don't post anything on Facebook. Sean, how much do I ever post on Facebook?
You know.
It's like
other than those pictures of you in the mirror, it's like
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, I mean, other than being sexy, hold yourself, ladies.
Sorry.
Don't make me get the Windex. Cures everything. So many.
But yeah, man, it really just goes off of your electronic environment.
Yeah.
Molded by
You are a product of your own environment. So it's
unless you go about and change that.
Well, yeah, very true.
But then people don't realize they're a product of their environment. They don't realize they're being manipulated. So.
If you spend more than 2 hours a day on Facebook, you're spending way too much time on Facebook. Stop it.
I'm guilty of that.
Open the front door. Go outside.
I mean, I go outside, don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to say if I have a free minute or two, I'm just going to, I guess I'll look on Facebook. I don't even know why I do it. It's addicting.
But I'm talking about throughout an entire day. Like, I try to limit myself to like 30 minutes to 45 minutes of Facebook a day. And most of that is trolling cat videos. Just to let you know. Animal videos and like stupid like meme pictures.
Oh, don't get me started on memes.
I probably spend more time on Reddit than I do on Facebook. Reddit and Tumblr, hours can just flush straight down the toilet. And I had to stop that too. Like I limit myself to like 15 minutes a day on Tumblr, usually when I take my morning shit. You know? You gotta have something to occupy your that moment in space. And Tumblr is a good way of doing that when you're waking up in the morning. You know?
Okay, so on this premise of social media manipulating you, would you say, how would you say that Tumblr does?
Tumblr is horrible about it. We were like, let's just start with memes, man. Like memes alone, you can get lost a couple hours. But I don't see it manipulating you, as in affecting you and your personality. Because Tumblr, like, just depends on what you're into. Like, I search very specific things. On Facebook and Twitter, it's kind of who do you follow and who you're friends with. Like, that is what's going to encompass your news feed all the time. So if you're, the way social manipulation can happen is a domino effect. Let's say if, let's take that study for instance. You have a lot of negative posts, you're going to start posting negatively, and that has an outcome on yourself, on your own portrait of yourself. When you're in a shitty mood, I mean, do you want to be happy? Do you want, like, yeah, but guess what? You in a shitty mood. And it's the perpetual shitty mood.
Yeah.
Like,
see, if you're in a shitty mood, it's so much harder to get out of that shitty mood if the only thing that's around you is other shitty moods.
Oh yeah. Like, cut the bad out of your life. It might be hard. Those people might have been around since day one.
Civil War times, you got that gangrene in your leg, you're not gonna mump around and wait for that gangrene to kill you. You're gonna go in that shady ass tent, drink a bunch of whiskey, and you're gonna cut that gangrene infested leg off.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you don't have to do it right there and then, but you have to, like...
You have to know when enough is enough.
Oh yeah, like once a year, I go through like the majority of my friends, and then I'm like, do I still want to be friends with you? Like, are you worth investing my time into? And I say that loosely because, like, I'm a pretty friendly guy, so I invest time into a lot of people. But in terms of how Facebook manipulates you down to just the stuff that you follow, like, be careful. Like, not everything... Like, I call it Facebook news, because people are like, man, I read this on Facebook. And then they're like...
Okay, let me just stop you right there. That's something that's kind of irritating to me, how people are so ignorant to believe everything on Facebook is true. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say that nothing on Facebook is true either.
No.
But the fact that they're like, oh, the study on Facebook says that 2 out of 3 guys have 4 nipples.
If you don't repost this, because Facebook is starting to charge now, guys. But they said whoever reposts this post gets Facebook for free.
No.
Cut the ignorance out of your life.
Okay.
And it frees up your emotional availability to do other things by cutting just ignorance. And that's a hard thing to do because, like...
See, I feel like the best way to curb your ignorance is just to keep an open mind about things.
Just to humble yourself.
Exactly.
And I'm not just like in a spiritual realm or something like this. There's nothing spiritual pertaining to being humble. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a show-off. And talk to people. Guess what? You've become humble-ish.
Ish. That's a pretty sturdy ish there.
But
that's kind of the general premise of it, you know. Don't be an asshole. Don't expect other people to be an asshole. Just kind of go about things, you know.
Oh yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, wait, like, have you ever just met somebody and then, like, right off the bat, they're like the dickish person in the world just cuz?
Just cuz.
Like, it's like, hey, how you doing? Fuck you. Like, type of shit. Like, that's how asshole-ish they are.
I see what you're saying. I was about to say, you know, I like to find, like, good in everybody. It's hard for me to see the bad in people, you know. I really, really hang on that everybody's generally good. But in that situation, you know, like, you just walk up to someone, it's like, hey, man, how's it going, or whatever, and it's just like, what the fuck you talking to me for? It's like, I mean, honestly, I get it. You might not want to talk to me. You just don't gotta be a dick about it.
Exactly. How hard is it to be nice to people? But we're so conditioned to always be angry. We're always so conditioned to never trust anybody. I'm not saying you should trust everybody, but you definitely shouldn't be so guarding with general trust. Something you would give the person on the bus next to you, trusting that person that he ain't gonna shank you and take your shit. Like, just some general trust to somebody. Like, we're so conditioned on a violent nature. I'm not going to get into, like, violence. Yeah, man, we've all played Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I understand the fun part of, like, being able to, like, do violent shit, but not have the repercussions as if we did the same violent things in real life. But we're fed. I mean, like, I love Vine videos. I love World Star Hip Hop. But damn, is it a lot of hateful, mean shit?
It's hard to watch. I can't watch that.
Like, there's just some real fucked up shit sometimes, and I'm like, damn. And they put that shit on, and people watch it. Like, but what a lot of people don't understand is that is affecting your psyche. Like, that's really, like, I wouldn't say it's changing the way you think, but it's definitely
reprogramming.
It's adding to your perspective. If you don't have a source material to run certain emotions on, then, you know, we're just going to get angry every once in a while. But if you're always feeding, everybody gets angry. Okay, everybody gets irritated.
I'll give you irritated, I won't give you angry. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, difference between irritated and angry is everybody gets irritated, but what you do with it determines if it becomes anger or if it becomes something else.
Yeah, that is true. But, like, I definitely feel like there's different stages of anger. Because you can be angry. Like, there's been points in my life that I have gotten angry. Did I act out in that anger? No. But self-control.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to position ourselves in a better environment. Limit yourself to 30 minutes of Facebook. If it's 30 minutes of, like, fucked up shit, it's really not going to affect you that much. But if you're constantly going into it, reading on people's gossip, digging in other people's trash, that is all you are going to be. Stop letting the system make you who you are.
Break the system. You sodomize the system.
Give that fucking system an atomic wedgie and send that shit to the moon. Like, be who you are, but be good. Don't give in to societal pressures to act one way or the other. If you want to fucking sit there in a damn corner and talk to that corner for a couple hours,
let that corner be your friend.
He's going to be your best friend.
I did that once. His name was Jeff.
I once talked to a plastic bag for 6 hours, but you know what? That's an entirely different conversation.
Oh, shit.
I mean, stop. Inside joke. Stop letting people make you something you're not. You are something.
For the love of God,
differently
you
for
be you. There's only one of you. By God, be the weirdest fucking you can be. In my opinion, that's the best thing you can be. I know I've said it before.
This
I'm going to
guy's
say it
extra
again.
weird. If I see,
I don't even know what that was, but you know what?
that happens naturally.
It just
it's like a
happened
nervous
now.
twitch, just like a weird.
It just happens. You just gotta let it flow through.
It's a little awkward when it happens in church.
Hallelujah!
You know what? That might work. You tried that. I don't know. I wouldn't question it. I'd be like, he just got touched by God.
Praise you. So yeah, man. What do you think about the media?
Oh, okay.
With the background of social media.
So we're moving off of like Facebook news.
Yeah,
Okay.
off of internet media, off of, not necessarily internet media, off of social media into more like televised media kind of thing, if that makes any sense.
I wouldn't like being a reporter these days. I'm sorry if that is your profession. I'm about to personally offend you because you are delivering a shell, a fraction even, of what news really used to be before it was so filtered and censored and worried about being politically correct along the lines a lot. But then before they became controlled, like the news is bought. Who has the most money gets the top spot in our news
Speaking
today.
of which,
Sponsored, you know? Like,
there's 6 corporations, people. 6 corporations that control 90% of all media. Those corporations are GE, News Corp, Disney, Viacom, Time Warner, and CBS. They control 90% of what you see on TV. They call it a boob tube for a reason, yo. You're spoon-fed your shit.
honestly, when was the last time you watched TV, man?
See, I don't watch TV, but
It's a dying medium. Like, the internet is our new TV.
see,
Netflix, Hulu.
a large reason why I don't watch TV is because I realized that I was being spoon-fed bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And I decided not to put that spoon in my mouth anymore, you know? I know what shit... No, I don't know what shit tastes like. Let me just stop myself right
I know what shit tastes like.
Oh, man.
What does it taste like, Sean?
Yeah, I would have guessed to say shit. You know, whenever you smell something and you can kind of taste it, that's where I'm basing that off of. I've never actually tasted shit. Let's just get that clear.
Is it like earthy taste?
It is when you rub it in dirt.
Okay, so like our news itself has become more of who has the most money to pay for the top spot, and then you have your news stories about the Kardashians, the Donald Trumps. I say Donald Trumps because there's a lot of assholes out there, and then there's a lot of Kardashians. I love you, Kanye. I love you, Kim. But yeah, you don't need to be in the news.
No.
You have your own platform.
What do you think about the content of the news?
What content?
Well, the fact that what they're showing is only... Like, they're showing you what they want to show you in order to block out...
I wouldn't say
other...
want to show you. Have you noticed it's called the local news?
Well, yeah.
And not the worldwide news. Even CNN, like, for the most part, that is supposed to be your, like, worldwide news outlet. Like, this is supposed to be your trusted news source. Like, come on. Come on.
Simmer down, Pepe. Simmer down real quick.
I mean, like, why aren't you talking about the real news? Why aren't you?
Okay.
Why aren't you talking about Benghazi? Why aren't you talking
not
about
even
Syria
that.
just
Okay.
deteriorating?
Let's put a pause on that and go back to last summer. Did you know last summer Akon provided electricity to millions of Africans using solar power?
Yeah. Akon.
Why was this not reported on any news outlet?
Give me Akon over what Donald Trump said stupidly in front. Like, don't feed me even more bullshit. I don't need to know what bullshit Donald Trump just said. Give me something positive. Why? Like,
that's just the thing. They don't want it to be positive, just because the same concept of Facebook. You were saying they show you negative, and negative's going to come out of that. They want it in a state of chaos.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like a fear-mongering state. Like, how do you project control?
Divide the masses, make sure they're scared.
Exactly. So, like, if you could, like, let's be honest. If the military showed up in your town, beating the shit out of people and, like, pushing people into houses, are you going to fight back?
No, I'm not going to be part of that.
You're going to get in the house, you're going to gladly close the door, you're going to lock it, and then you're going to pray to God they don't start bombing shit. Control is an illusion. It's either you're with them or you're not.
It's a sad reality of the state we live in.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I didn't mean to get that dark with the people. I'm sorry. But like, the media is so, and it's more than just the media. It's the shows that we watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm not going to say everything. It's televised media. It's what they're able to get away with that you don't realize.
Oh, yeah.
It's subliminal.
Like, just half of the movies that I watched as a kid, like, they call it like stuff for adults, but it doesn't mean you're still not feeding that subconsciously to a kid. Like, just because they don't understand the joke doesn't mean that they're not going to get it.
So yeah, on the topic of Trump,
I'm sorry, guys. Off-camera stuff.
okay, what would you like to discuss about that in the regards of social manipulation? How he's able to incite so much anger and hate at his rallies that it's just unbelievable the things that these people will do for him. Like,
oh yeah,
talking about.
But I mean, I wouldn't
punching
say
protesters in the face. And
racism just follows racism, dude. Only thing they've given them is an outlet. When you give people a voice, they're gonna talk.
He speaks it how it is. Nah, he just says something racist, and you're like, yeah, someone popular says something racist. That means I can say something racist too. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not going to touch on racism because that's an entire podcast in itself. I will touch on people, when given the right tools, will do horrible, horrible things. But I'm not saying all people are like that. Is it a gamble you got to take? Yeah, but that's kind of how life rolls, man. You got to take it with the blows.
Roll with the punches.
Sean, what happened? What time is it?
It's about that time, man.
Yeah.
About the time where we run out of time.
Yeah. You know what? This social manipulation topic has turned out to be a hell of a discussion.
You know what? I think we might need to take a break and return to it. Just so this whole podcast isn't the social manipulation podcast. Because it can become the social manipulation podcast quite quickly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's just so much we have to cover. So, like, next week, we're definitely going to be moving on to a different subject. Maybe a little bit lighter of a subject. Not something so...
Yeah, we don't want to be projecting fear. That's not what this is about. Through love, all will heal. Love is the most powerful thing out there, people. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you.
Do you know what should be the mascot for love? A Nyan cat?
Mine cat.
Pop-Tart cat with a rainbow. Oh my god. Whoever came up with that meme.
Fucking 10-hour loop of it on YouTube. I saw something online.
There's like 100-hour loop of it on YouTube.
Oh god. I saw something where this guy was duct taped to a wall and he had to watch 10 hours of it. I would fucking lose my
I would fall asleep.
shit. I would hear that in my nightmares.
I would just zone it out.
So, I think next week you might be seeing something new. Might. Strong emphasis on the might. Just depends on how things roll out and how diabolical we want to get with it.
Oh.
So, in the spirit of ending things, I'd like to say I love you. I appreciate what you do for me. And if you enjoy this video, like and subscribe to our channel, Sheeple.
Weren't you just talking to me?
I was talking to everybody.
I mean, but like,
Everybody.
why not? No, I need to be your only love.
Everybody! I love them all equally.
It's me or nothing. If I can't have you, Sean, no one will.
I'm gonna have myself, you know what I mean?
I have no idea what that was. Cut.